Hi students, today in this video we do the revision of question 3A, and it is long question answers of chapters 1, 2 and 3. So let's start the revision. And here is the question from chapter 1, the best Christmas present in the world. Number 1, why do Jim and Hans think that games or sports are good ways of resolving conflicts? Do you agree? Answer, both Jim and Hans were soldiers, both were warm hearted. They had seen the sufferings of war, so it was natural for them to hate war. They favored a peaceful solution to settle disputes. Games or sports, they said, were good ways of resolving conflicts. I also quite agree with them. Here, both Jim and Hans were soldiers, and they faced the war situation, so they favored and they believed that sports and games are the good ways of resolving conflicts, means problems, and I also quite agree with this opinion. And now we go for number 2. And here is number 2, that what is Connie's Christmas present? Why is it the best Christmas present in the world? Answer, Connie thought that Jim had come back home from war. She mistook the author as Jim. She had been waiting for her husband Jim. So the coming home of Jim was the best Christmas present in the world. So this is the very surprised situation for Connie, that her husband came back to her home, and it was the best Christmas present in the world for her. So this is the answer, and now we go for the chapter number 2. And here is question 1 from chapter number 2, the tsunami. How are Meghna and Alma's stories similar? Here we have to find similar things between Meghna and Alma's stories. Answer, Meghna and Alma's both were luckily safe. Meghna was swept away with her parents and 77 other people, but she alone survived while holding on to a wooden door floating in the sea. She was brought to the shore by a wave. Similarly, Alma dimmed on a log of wood. Then she fainted. When she woke up, she was in hospital in Kamorta. So this is the similar thing, that they both saved and they were very lucky. And now we go for question number 2. And this is question 2, that what are the two different ideas about why so few animals were killed in the tsunami? Which idea do you find more believable? So here is the question, and now we will see the answer. And here is the answer, that we have to write two ideas that why a few animals killed in tsunami. So the answer is, very few animals were killed in the tsunami. Many people believe that animals possess a sixth sense and know when the earth is going to shake. This is the animals' sixth sense, that they know before what happened that earth is going to shake. Some experts believe that animals' more acute hearing helps them to hear or feel the earth's vibrations. They can sense an approaching disaster long before humans realize. Hence, they move fast to the higher ground. And this is the second idea, that some experts believe that animals' more acute hearing helps them to hear or feel the earth's vibrations. This is the second idea, and the first idea is that animals have sixth sense. And here we have to write that which idea is believable. So the answer is, the idea that animals are gifted with the sixth sense is more believable. So this is the answer, and now we go for the third. And here is question 3, that how did Tilly Smith save her family from the deadly waves? Answer, Tilly Smith with her family was celebrating Christmas at a beach in Thailand. She was only 10 years old. She noted the sea water flowing towards the beach. This is half answer, and now we go for the next part. She was reminded of a geography lesson and the video of Hawaiian Island in 1946. She started shouting to her parents to stop to stay off the beach. They all took shelter in the third floor of the hotel and were saved. So Tilly became aware when the tsunami happened that the seawater flowing towards the beach. So she was reminded the geography lesson in Hawaii Island in 1946, and she started shouting to her parents and make aware them that stay off from the beach. And after then they took shelter in the third floor of the hotel, so they were saved. And now we go for question number 4. And here is question 4, that how did Sanjeev lose his wife? Answer: when Sanjeev heard cries for the help from the wife of John, the guest house cook, he immediately jumped into the water to rescue her. But unfortunately, both of them were swept away by the powerful waves. Here we have to write that how did Sanjeev lose his wife. When Sanjeev heard cries for the help from the wife of John, the guest house cook, he immediately jumped into the water to rescue her, but he not became success, and both of them were swept away. And now we go for the next chapter. And here is the first question from chapter 3, Glimpses of Past. Number 1, why did Raja Ram Mohan Roy go to England and what did he tell the British there? Answer: Raja Ram Mohan Roy went to England to see that what made the England or British so powerful. There he told that Indians accepted them as rulers and they must accept them as a subject. He also reminded them of the responsibility a ruler owed to his subjects. So this is the answer, that why Raja Ram Mohan Roy go to England and what he tell the British there. And now we go for the second. And this is question 2, that how did the white rulers cripple Indian industries? Answer: the white rulers were chiefly traders. Their chief aim was to make profits at all cost. Hence, they began to ruin Indian industries. They imposed heavy taxes on farmers. They destroyed Indian cottage industries in order to sell goods manufactured in England. They exempted all goods imported from England from duties. In this way, their business flourished while the Indian industries died. The British made the Indians weak as well as poor. So this is the trick of Britishers, that they ruin the Indian industries by imposed heavy taxes on the farmers, and they destroyed Indian cottage industries in order to sell goods manufactured in England. So this is the answer. And now we go for the number 3. And here is the third question, that give the brief account of the role of Raja Ram Mohan Roy in spreading awareness in the Indian society. And here we have to write the brief account of the role of Raja Mohan Roy in spreading awareness in the Indian society. And here is the answer. Raja Ram Mohan Roy was a learned man, a social reformer and a true nationalist. He was from Bengal. He understood that something was going wrong with Indian society. He called upon a people to fight against social evils of untouchability and child marriage. He also asked the people to throw out superstitions. He asked them to feel proud of their culture and learn English. Then alone they would be able to write to the British Parliament for a fair deal. So by these ways, Raja Ram Mohan Roy made aware of Indians that they have to remove the social evils like untouchability and child marriage, and to throw out superstitions. He asked them to feel proud of that culture and learn English so they can face the British Parliament for a fair deal. So this is the answer. And now so these are the question answers, long question answers of unit chapter 1 to 3. You have to repeat all the question answers in your notebook. Thank you.